I'm Terrell Conway, and I'm here with 3 microbiology majors from Oklahoma State University, Katie, Hannah, and Carly. All 3 of them have just been accepted to the OSU College of Medicine in Tulsa, Oklahoma. I'm here to ask them a little bit about how microbiology prepared them for the application process and how they feel about heading off to medical school the next fall. So, Katie, please introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about your time here at OSU.
All right, my name is Katie. I am a microbiology major. I actually started out as a biology major and then changed later on, and I've been pre-med the whole time.
Okay. Hannah?
My name's Hannah, and I have been a microbiology major since day 1 of freshman year.
Mm-hmm. And Carly?
Yes, the same. I've been a micro major since the first day of school.
Really? Okay. So we'll start with Hannah. Tell us a little bit about how the microbiology degree prepared you for the application to medical school.
I think the courses that we were required to take for the micro degree were very beneficial in terms of preparation for the MCAT. And also, medical schools really stress taking a high number of upper division sciences, and we were required to. And not only were they upper division sciences, they were ones that will be over topics that will be important for medical school.
Carly, same question for you. What about the micro degree prepared you for medical school applications?
I liked it a lot because the prereqs were the same. So every single medical school prereq class that I would have had to have taken was on the micro degree sheet in some form. And so for me, that eliminated a lot of stress because I also wanted to get a minor and I also wanted to graduate in 4 years. And so I really felt like micro was a great option because I wasn't going to have to take a science class that I didn't need for medical school in order to graduate, and I wanted to make sure that I was always on top of my prereqs and didn't get into a bind, and so it was really easy.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Katie, again, how did microbiology prepare you for medical school?
I think the courses, some of my genetics course would talk about real world issues sometimes and stuff, and those are things that come up in interviews. And so I think things like that also helped, along with what they said, that it just matches up really well, and the courses are interesting to someone who's interested in medicine, like the immunology and pathogenic micro are interesting to somebody who's interested in medicine.
So here you are about to leave Oklahoma State and go to Tulsa,
yeah.
And you spent a lot of time on campus, and so you've learned about other programs through your peers, and just kind of wondering, what is your perspective on microbiology now that you know more about some of those other routes to medical school?
Well, I think that, like I said, I started out biology major, but some of the things that really drew me to microbiology is I feel like, how are we going to understand the whole body if we can't understand the little cells, I just think it's really interesting to start from the small things and then build on that later when we go to medical school.
So Hannah, you got here by a different route. You started out as a micro major as a freshman before you even took microbiology, right? So looking back, is there something that you would have preferred to do, or was microbiology the perfect fit?
I don't have any regrets. It's definitely something that I would do again.
And Carly?
I'm the same way. I really liked it. I've always known that I liked cells and diseases at the cellular level. I'm not necessarily as fond of the anatomy side. I really like the cellular side, and so I think it was a great fit.
Mm-hmm. Now, I always tell students that microbiology lies at the hinge point of the life sciences. We do biophysics, chemistry, biochemistry, biology, ecology, and microbiology lies at the foundation of all of that. I can't imagine a better preparation, but I wanted to hear it from you all. So here you are, 4 years into your degree. What was the highlight of your time at OSU?
Oh my gosh, in the micro department or in general?
In general. It's a big experience, right? It's not just microbiology.
That's true. I think the highlight I would have to say was I've just been an OSU person since I was born in Tulsa, and so this past year I got to be the homecoming queen, and so that was probably the highlight of my time here. And the micro department was really great about it, and I got to meet your wife, and they were just so supportive, and I felt really connected to my school and connected to my department, because I think another good thing about the micro department is that it's not necessarily a huge department, and so I really feel like I've gotten to know my advisor, and I've gotten to know my teachers, and I've gotten to know the department head, and so I think it's been really nice that we've had a good family, like a micro family.
Well, of course, everyone in our department was really excited when you were named homecoming queen. You know, it's not very often that you hear microbiology announced in the football stadium.
Yeah.
So that's a pretty cool thing. So, Hannah, how about you? What's one of your highlights here?
I would have to say, kind of on the same note, probably just the people that I've met through classes, professors in the department. Just a lot of really nice people and good relationships that I think will be, kept and beneficial as we move forward.
Katie?
Mine's kind of different, but I went on a few study abroad trips that were just like with OSU out of the Arts and Sciences College, and I met people from other majors too, and I think that's also good. But I actually, when I was on one of those trips, I was with people who are microbiology majors, and they helped me decide to be a microbiology major.
Okay. So there are a lot of different things that you do to prepare for medical schools, not just academics.
Right.
What else did you do?
Well, those trips as part of it, kind of like branching myself out because I'm just from a small town and I kind of felt like I should meet more people and more cultures. I volunteered a lot, and
Where did you volunteer?
I volunteered in my hometown with the special ed classroom, and then I've also volunteered at the Stillwater Community Health Center here in Stillwater.
Got it. Okay. Hannah, same question. What extracurricular activities did you do?
I was involved in undergraduate research, and then also volunteering is also very, very important for the application process, and just in general, volunteering is something that I really enjoyed as my time.
Where did you volunteer?
I volunteered, I'm originally from Tulsa, so I volunteered in Tulsa at the Little Lighthouse. It's a school for children with special needs, and then also with different organizations or clubs I was in here, Into the Streets, big event.
And Carly?
I'm sort of like a campus club junkie, so if there was a club on campus, I was probably on its leadership team, which I would give as a warning to not get too crazy with that, because then you realize that you're in all your classes and you have to take the MCAT and you have club meetings from 5:30 to 9:30 at night, and so I definitely think I went overboard originally, so I had to cut some of those out. But I did really enjoy them because they weren't science people, and science people can be really hard pressing, and so sometimes it's really nice to be around different people that aren't as type A as me, which is good. But I like volunteering as well. I was a camp cowboy counselor, which was my favorite thing because I love telling people about OSU and teaching our traditions, and then it was a really good way for me to plug the micro department and be like, if you're interested in pre-health, this is something that you should really consider, because a lot of those freshmen really have no idea what they're going to major in.
Okay. So you are all upperclassmen now, and so that means you have a wealth of experience to pass on to the students who are coming up behind you. What would you tell a freshman about preparing for medical school?
I would tell them that the road is really, really, really bumpy, and that even the people that get in, you look back on it and it looks a lot smoother once you've gotten in than the actuality of it was. And my parents would definitely say that, because I have called them numerous times at 3 a.m. in the morning crying, telling them that I'm never gonna make it. So I definitely think to remember that it looks really glamorous for the people that have already gotten in and that are already there, but the actuality of it is, if you're gonna have success, you're gonna have a lot of bumps, and that's okay as long as you just keep going. And you just have to be so dedicated and just remember why you're doing it. And that'll carry over to your interviews too. If you're a passionate person and you're excited about the world of medicine, that'll show. And if you're just doing it for the wrong reasons, that'll show too. And so I think that those failures really prepare you for the interview process, because you know yourself and you're confident because you know where you've come from.
So, Katie, what would you tell the junior classmen about preparation for medical school?
I think something's really important. She kind of touched on it earlier. Don't put your effort into a bunch of different things, too many different things, because then you won't even be able to put all of them on your application. And then also don't just put everything into one organization or one volunteering thing. I think it's good to have maybe a couple volunteer experiences that are really important to you and be in a couple different organizations that are really important to you, and not spread yourself too thin, but really make yourself useful in the things that you're involved in and keep that balance.
And Hannah?
I would have to say just be genuine and be unique and be you. I think a lot of times people are so concerned with what's the one golden ticket pathway to medical school, and I really don't think there is one. So as long as you stay true to yourself and what you're passionate about and work hard, that would be my advice.
Well, in the department, we are proud to see you come to this point in your careers, and we're excited for you as you leave Stillwater. We'll miss you, but we're really happy that you have such a bright future. Thank you, Carly, and thank you, Hannah, and thank you, Katie. Thank you for sharing your experiences at Oklahoma State University, and especially your experiences in the Department of Microbiology. I hope you will join us next time as we talk about preparation for other professional schools like dental school, veterinary school, and what a microbiology major can do for you.